All right, we are live. Well, welcome everybody. This is Jeff Ross, Dave Miller, and Jayde Winsley. We are Jayde Winsley. Get your teeth back in, Jeff. We are the Laptop Lifestyle Dads community team here, and we're here to serve you. So we've been doing these just in our Facebook group community for the last, probably 6 months now. Pretty much every week or every fortnight, we're now doing them, and we're playing around with a new tool. We've upgraded. We've gone to StreamYard. So now we're live on YouTube, the Facebook page, the Facebook profile, the Facebook group. Well, I hope we are. If I've done my job right, we're doing everything right. So what are these panels about? Well, these panels are just a community touch point. Is probably the best way to describe them. It's our way of just, keeping our finger on the pulse. It's our way of serving our amazing community. And giving you opportunities to do live Q&A with us, but it's a way of keeping the ship on track and steering the ship forward and celebrating the milestones and looking back and reflecting on the main lessons and the main wins. And it's also a great opportunity for us to get present with each other and you as the community, and for us to look forward, and highlight the awesome things that are coming down the pipeline. So, Jayde, let's go to you first, champion. So let's look back, between now and our last panel. What have been some of the major highlights for you, like the stories that you want to focus on? And inside of that, what's been the big breakthrough or the big lesson for you inside that?
Oh, I think there's been just so many amazing things happen just in the last few weeks since we actually, we were last on our panel. And I think just really stepping into our mission has probably been the biggest thing, getting really clear on where we're headed. And everything has just come to fruition, I guess you'd want to call it. The universe has said, okay, here it is. And
in a big way, right?
Yeah, just throwing that at us. So yeah, there's lots of exciting things happening, like between the three of us and working as a team and basically becoming an overnight success in marketing. Basically, you might want to call it. A digital agency, right? That, using our skills together, we've been able to accomplish that. And yeah, now we've got lots of people, lots of big names that are just popping up from everywhere wanting to work with us, which is really cool. That's very probably cool. One of the biggest things. Yeah. Shopley has gone next level. The LLD Academy is just, what a place to be. Like, just amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. So we had the Gold Coast event go off last weekend. And
yeah.
I'll come back to that. There's been some really interesting stories that have come out of that. Good, the bad, the ugly, but some really great stuff too. But it was an interesting weekend, that was for sure. So, sorry, are you still there? Yep. Yeah. Well, I'm just seeing a delay on our Facebook. I'm trying to make sure everything's shared on our groups and stuff, trying to multitask. So, Dave, I'd love to hear, mate, what's been some of your big highlight lessons and stories that you'd like to share with the community?
Well, pretty much what Jayde said, but I think it's just staying true to yourself and our cause. I think that's really enabled us to focus on who we are, what we're doing, why we're doing it, how we're doing it,
yes.
Which in turn has then enabled us to step up and provide way much more value to the people in the academy in particular. And just on the last call we were on the other day, to see just how much they're growing and I guess how interested they are and taking action. It's just been mind-blowing to see where that, they started, some, I guess, have been, this is their second time around. The first time they were sort of progressing, but like this time, it's just incredible, the leaps and bounds, Melissa, Jeanette, they're just going and just to see their growth and be a part of that, it's really, I guess satisfying as a group for us. And then, obviously all the other things around that are starting to fall into place for us as a group as well. It's just incredible. And just blessed, I guess, and just happy to be here in this group with you two guys and sorry, guys and girls. Sorry, Jayde. And just enjoying things. Yeah. There's a lot of pressure, as you always say, Jeff. Pressure creates diamonds, and there's 3 little diamonds here that are slowly just getting bigger all the time, and just being able to then transform that into helping people and guiding people is just an incredible feeling and inspiration. So
well, this is what they say: when you find what you love, you never work a day in your life, right? And this is service. It's yes, this is work, and it takes a lot out of you, but it's different, right? It's different than showing up and saying, right, I'm cashing in for a paycheck and I'm going to go do X, Y, Z, and earn the dollars and whatnot just to get ahead in life. JOB, right? Just over broke. But there's something different about up leveling and growing and serving and stepping up in a space that you're building your own purpose-driven life, right?
Yeah.
And I think you've got to get clarity on what is the game that you're playing, why you're playing it, and how you're going to show up. And everything here we're talking about is like it's nailing your niche, it's mastering your messages, finding your voice. Excuse me, French for a second. It's finding your balls, and stepping up and stepping into that space and just owning it, and just going all in. And I love, really, it's we're not even 6 weeks into the new year yet in 2025. And I feel like we've accomplished probably, if not already, more than what we did last year. And last year was a big year. And some of the stuff that's coming down the pipeline is very, very exciting. And just massive breakthrough. And inside that breakthrough, there's been breakdowns. There's been little micro tension points. There's been little challenges. And, I get it. We're all running pretty hard right now, and we're all pretty tired right now, but we're still giving it our all. We're still showing up. We're still getting shit done. And that's the difference of being, I suppose, a person of integrity, and let your yes be a yes and your no be a no. But all of that comes back to we're very, very, very clear on the game we're playing and why we're doing it, right? Why we're showing up. We've got our selfish motivations, to be able to provide the dream life for others and to do it for ourselves and, have the financial freedom that comes with that. But that brings to the next thing, right? It's freedom of purpose and it's freedom of leverage. And we've already got that. And so when you start flipping the script a bit and you just go out and you just show up and you just serve and you play the game that that you're meant to play, I don't know where I'd rather be. I can't think of any other place. I'll still do the 3 a.m. in the mornings if I have to. I'll do the 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, midnight calls if I have to, to serve in this place, because not only do we get to help make our own dreams come true, it got really crystal clear this week that we're helping others to do the same and helping others Bronwyn from Earth Foods, for example. How amazing was that launch last night? To have
incredible
40 people show up just to get behind her and support her. They all thought they were coming to learn about the amazing Earth Food product, but they all left, with a new sense of excitement, a new sense of purpose, and all said that they want to come along and join the mission, the movement of Earth Foods, partnering up with Shopley to go, change the world and help the world grow better, more healthier food and plants and, all of that. So to be part of that marketing team, to be a part of helping Bronwyn's dream, 20 years in the making, millions of dollars in the making, struggle, breakdown, breakthrough, all of that, to help her to get to this point, to now start to see breakthrough and start to see she's not in this on her own anymore, to be able to have affiliates and ambassadors get behind her and championing her product and, you know, create a community and create a movement that's mission focused. Like, man, sign me up for that all day long. That's pretty cool to be a part of, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Certainly was.
Yeah. So, like, inside of that, I'm sure there's a lesson or a light bulb moment that really sort of took off for both of you. You know, Dave, what was that for you? Like that whole experience, you know, what we've been on this ride for 6 months, you know, helping others to really help their own dreams come true, and to be a part of that, to be able to help them see their clarity, to help them get a sense of purpose and a sense of direction and the sense of peace. Like, what's the light bulb lesson for that in you?
Community, really, you know, in a nutshell, because while I haven't had as much to do with Bronwyn and that as you guys, I was on the call last night, and it was awesome to see how she'd gone from the skepticism and, you know, being so unsure of whether, you know, Shopley was the place to be and all that sort of stuff. And then obviously she went down to the Gold Coast with you guys, spent some time, you know, in real life with you guys as well, and then coming back out last night for the launch. It was just amazing to see how she'd gone from that skepticism to, holy crap, these people actually do care about me. They do, you know, give a shit, excuse the French, and they're here for me and they're going to support me. So, you know, that from the outside looking in, that was an incredible experience to see. That's for sure.
Yeah, right. And like, you know, from a financial transactional point of view, was last night a huge success and we had tens of thousands of dollars in sales come in? No. We probably had maybe 3, maybe 4 sales come in total. But we're in massive follow-up now. We're massive traction. We've got massive community vibe behind it. We've got massive ambassadors, you know, affiliates that, you know, go out there. And now the game starts. You know, and I think this is where a lot of people, they put all this time and effort in and all this hope and prayers into, you know, to launching. And when they don't launch, and when it's not a huge success right out the gate, you know, we get defeated, we get deflated, we essentially give up. What's the point, right?
I guess the thing there is you've got to actually assess what, you know, the success is.
Exactly. That's what I was leading to.
Because it's not all about, you know, transactions all the time. You know, that was a huge success in, like you said, all that support that she had. Now she's got all the ambassadors that are going up to work for her. And, you know, she can feel at peace now too. I can see the difference from, you know, what I'd heard her talk before to what she spoke, especially at the end last night. It was just incredible to see where she'd gotten from to where she was. So.
Yeah, right. So, like, it's exactly right. So it's what's important to you that you'll measure. And if you measure the sales and numbers, then that's what's important to you. Well, then okay, cool. But I think, you know, if you see this as a huge success in because of the thing that we're measuring, and the thing that we're measuring here is the community traction, the community buy-in. You know, you've got now 40 people. I would say there's a good 30 people in that community call last night that put their hand up and said, yeah, I want to get behind Bronwyn and now go be an ambassador for Earth Foods.
Yeah.
That's 30 people that didn't know about Earth Foods or didn't know how it operated before. And so Bronwyn now has the, you know, and this is just the most recent case study, right? So, you know, we've got other stories just like this, but, you know, Bronwyn now with Earth Foods now has 30 people that have said yes to going being an influencer or an affiliate, whatever label you want to throw on there, and help her market at this business. 30 people out the gate. We do that again 6 weeks' time. We triple that number. We do it again in another 6 weeks' time, and we triple that number. Now, you know, 12 months down the road, we've got thousands of ambassadors saying yes to putting my hand up to go promote XYZ product, not just because they can get a sale or transaction out of it, but because they love the product. They're going to recommend the product anyway to their friends and family. So why not incentivize that goodwill and go build a business around it? I think we've set up for a very, very awesome future.
Absolutely. And just the passion and the story behind Bronwyn, just herself, right? And how Earth Food came about is pretty incredible. Like, just the passion. You know what? That inspired me last night to go, oh, just be yourself, change the world the way you want to see it, right? And this is something that a product that can literally change the world and the way people eat. It can, I don't want to say medical terms here or anything, but you know, it may cure that big C word, right?
Yeah.
It's incredible, absolutely incredible, and definitely, you know, something to get behind. And I'm excited. I put it on my plants yesterday. I made a video reel out of it. And I'm so excited just to see what those living microbes do, because basically it's living soil.
Yeah.
You know, it's, I'm just excited.
From my experience,
in general,
they'll make a big difference to what you're growing. Trust me, I've played in this field for a little while too, and it's an awesome product, and the results that you're going to see and get, and what it's going to do for your soil and your plants it's incredible. So you won't be disappointed.
And I just realized I'm a plant parent. I do love my little baby plants.
I've killed too many plants to call myself a plant parent, but that's going to change.
Hey, it's changed for me. I was one of those people.
I was one
Not
of those
anymore.
people. I love
She
it.
was one of those people, Jeff.
So this is what we do. This is why we love what we do, right? Because we get to help people live their purpose-driven lives. We just happen to be great marketers and great at the system side of things to help people's dreams come true, just like this. And hey, if you're watching this video, on YouTube, on Facebook, or wherever it's been hosted, and you're curious about this Earth Food product, reach out to someone in our group, or reach out to someone who's already brought it to you. But if we're the first that are bringing you to this attention, to this amazing product, reach out to myself, Dave, or Jade, and we'll look after you, and we'll help support you and point in the right direction there, and just connect with us. And whether you connect you're better with Jade or you connect better with me, just reach out. We'll support you or point you in the right direction. We'll help you get plugged in, and this could be a game changer product just for you. But just quickly shift gears here now. I want to talk about another great product. And, to be selfish here and toot our own horn for a second, I think we've got something pretty great. And that's the Laptop Lifestyle Dads Academy, right? So we went through a masterclass, or like a hot seat. Every sort of 6 weeks, we take the community through what we call a hot seat implementation coaching session. And those who are feeling brave and bold and want to put their hand up, the ones who have done the work, get to put themselves in the hot seat. And then you've got the feedback, the constructive criticism, this is how we would do it. And I stumbled across a brilliant feedback loop the other day. It was actually just through experimentation. It's like, okay, right, well, how can I position ourselves as still the coach and the facilitators of the community, but deliver kick-ass, sometimes pretty blunt, brutal feedback that will land in a really effective, more empowerment way that sort of detaches me from the emotion of it, of the one of giving the feedback. And I thought, well, hang on, how about I bring in a third party? How about I bring in some people who actually would, if they were in the room, doesn't matter how brutal the feedback would be, you would still listen and you'd take it on board. So I took the hot seat applications and I ran it through this prompt, and basically I said, I want you to act like Russell Brunson, Dan Kennedy, Simon Sinek, Donald Miller, and go through this mission, the vision, like the things that we're working on, and give me some sort of brutal kick-ass with love feedback. And the feedback that it came with was just absolutely brilliant. Jade, what was your key takeaway from that whole experience?
It's just thinking outside the square, right? It's getting that input, and it's so powerful because it makes you think out of the box. It's like, how can I do this better? Here's some feedback for you. This is how we can do it, and then even going deeper on that, how can we do this even better? And then get even bigger and better feedback, right?
Right.
This is a next level, prompt that I have already started implementing.
Yeah, totally. And like I've already seen your copy, your post, your content, whatever you want to call it, just go next level. Like,
Yeah.
and this is where the penny dropped for me too. And Dave, I'd love to hear your insights in a second. But the big insight here for me in this space was there's some really great operators out there. There's some really great technicians out there. There's some really awesome skilled people who can go build funnels and websites and do the Facebook ads, even the SEO and all of that. But what makes someone go from good to great is the power of communication. It's the delivery of the message. It's the offer behind it and the way that it's delivered. It's not necessarily the offer, but it's the way that it's communicated. And helping people to find their voice and they master their message, like game on, this next level shit. And I'm not a master storyteller. I just know how to leverage AI to position it that. You know, I'm a high school dropout, but I know how to leverage AI to help support me and leverage it. So it's that embrace of AI, that partnership of AI that now helps us to be able to go step up and play with these greats. And, you know, that's what we're definitely doing for sure. Dave, what's been your biggest insight through that whole experience?
Well, I was utilizing some of that sort of stuff anyway, the act like and speak like and whatnot. But the combination of those four in particular has been an incredible change. It's just great that when you learn how to use the technology, and anybody can use it, that you can actually get such high quality feedback. And the funny thing is you can even get feedback on the feedback. So the feedback on the feedback even makes it better.
Feels like that, what's that movie, Inception?
Yeah. So I guess you can jump onto anywhere on the net these days, I guess, and find somebody that you like. You might like reading somebody's books or whatever, and then you can just tell ChatGPT that you want to use their voice and tonality and create a story about whatever subject, and ChatGPT can do an awesome job of it. And it's just amazing what you can do if you know how to use the technology. So,
and there's the key, right?
And thanks to you, now I'm going to create a custom GPT with those
of course you
guys included in it, and utilize that for. I can use it as a comparison to my other, multi-million-dollar speakers, etc. That are in my other ones. So I want to see how they go. But they're doing a pretty good job. I changed one of my funnels last night, and it was pretty crazy, the difference. The feedback initially was pretty good, to be honest. I was actually surprised that it said it was really good, but it still had some recommendations, and I changed it. And
well, if you look at the prompt, right, it's just designed to give you feedback nonetheless. Like whatever, it doesn't matter if it's great, it's still designed to give you feedback to make it even better.
And that's a good thing,
And you can run it through 10 times, it'll still give you feedback. So I've yet to find that cap where I find, maybe it's starting to go too far the other way now. But yeah, anyway, hey, for those of you who are watching this this video, like if you'd like to have like a little AI tool or a little AI helper that, like Dave's custom GPTs here, he's going to start white labeling for us and put in the Laptop Lifestyle Dads community shop. If that's something that would pique your curiosity, if you'd like to have a little, tool to help you with your email marketing, with your podcast research, with your social media content calendars or anything like that, watch this space, because we're going to launch some pretty epic shit on the Laptop Lifestyle Dads shop. We're going to basically take Dave's genius, and I'm going to help support him in this space. And we're going to be able to help support you and give you access to these amazing tools that Dave's created. I would go far as saying these tools are worth, you bundle them all up, you use them over probably a 5-year period, they'll be worth $1 million to you. That's how much I reckon they would save you if you had to go, get a virtual assistant or try and figure out how to do it yourself or, whatever. Like these are $1 million game changer conversations. And so we're going to basically support you that, pennies on the dollar to be able to help you get in and get this game. So watch this space. We've got some pretty exciting stuff coming down the pipeline with that. Just a couple of other little updates. We'll shift gears. So before we move forward and we look what's ahead, I just want to really just celebrate Dave as well here for the whole Teach Me AI Masterclass. Like, yeah, put your hands up if that was pretty cool. Like, I loved it. I loved geeking out with you, Dave. It was pretty awesome.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah. So, like, man, you know, what was like? I know that you said this year you wanted to step up more in that coaching sort of consultancy role, and so this is part of us, you know, helping you to do that. But what did that mean for you to be able to go deliver that epic masterclass and serve in the community? Because like we had probably, I reckon, around about close on maybe 100 comments now. So the engagement was off the roof. I reckon we probably picked up 2 new academy students from that masterclass. So like, what was that? What did that fit? How did that make you feel? I suppose is the question I am.
Well, I guess from where I was a few months ago to where I am currently, thanks to particularly used to sitting there next to me or beside me, below me, up and around the corner. It's been an incredible journey, and it's just the fact that I'm learning and being able to actually deliver stuff that is valuable to people. And you know, it's taken a bit of work not to talk to butterflies all the time and get that balance in between. And I just find the more that I'm doing these sort of things with that support, it's allowing me to reach more people and actually be more help because more people can actually understand it. So for me, it was almost like the post that you did the other week there. It pretty much brought tears to my eyes to get off and see that the response that people were having and that it was actually helping people. It was just an incredible feeling. And that's all I really, really want to do. You know, as part of my journey is to be able to help people achieve using AI to enhance their experience with it, but to take them from good to great and not sound like robots. So
yeah,
basically
pretty awesome feeling, awesome. Right? Yeah, pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was sensational.
And especially like in you know, like the shit that you have to go through to get to this point, it's worth it, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. And certain, like it's been a journey. So
it's not hard. It's not easy. It's definitely hard, but that's the reason why a lot of people don't push through it because I was actually
having a conversation with a lady the other morning, and it was and it sort of kept brought back to me that, you know, when I first started on this journey of marketing and that sort of stuff, that how many people used to, you know, say to you, yep, you know, spend a few $100 on this course and in no time you're going to be a marketer and you're going to be making $10,000 or $20,000 a month. And I'm just shaking like, and we're both having the same discussion. We're both on the same track, and we're both just shaking our heads and just thinking like, you know, if I had $1 for every time somebody told me that, well, I probably would be making $20,000 a month, and it would be easy. But the reality is, it's a journey, and I'm glad that I've been able to accept that it's a journey, and it takes a lot of work. And you know, if you're an overnight success, well, you know, kudos to you, I suppose. But you know, take you for instance, Jeff. You've had 16 years experience of this, and you know, it's only been the last couple of years that you've really started to rock and roll. And now look at you. I mean, there's no stopping you now. And you know, I know Jayde's been doing this for a few years, and I've seen her transformation from, you know, where I started with her about, you know, 18 months or so ago, how much she's grown. And obviously there's a lot of groundwork gone behind and before that as well. So, you know, my time's coming, but I just recommend to anybody to be patient and stick at it and do it.
Really, really awesome words. What do people don't realize, even at this level, there's still a lot of chaos and shit behind the scenes. You definitely don't have it together, that's for sure.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, right? You know, but the thing here is I'm sitting reflecting, and I had a really awesome coaching session with Mel just before too, one of our one-on-one students. And the big thing here that jumps out for me, especially this week, and we'll move forward from here, but if you want to learn how to influence people, if you want to learn how to lead people, if you want to help be serving people, it starts with you. You got to learn how to you got to learn how to influence yourself. You got to learn how to lead yourself. You got to learn how to serve yourself, so you can go and do that for others. You know, if you're a leader and you identify as a leader and you look behind you and there's no followers, are you really a leader? You know, so like that question hit me, you know, when I heard that, you know, first time about probably 10 years ago, hit me right between the eyes. It's like, oh, hang on, am I? But then I realized in that whole conversation, the next conversation was I needed to learn how to lead myself. I needed to learn how to how to drive my subconscious so it wasn't driving me. So it was all internal. I had to do the internal work. I had to do the self-worth, the self-love, the self-development, the skill set development. And inside of that, that takes time. That takes maturity. That takes experience. And inside of that, when you lean into that and you grow into that, then that gives you the tool sets and the skills and the character development to be able to go help serve and do it and help others to do it. And that's what we're going through this journey together. I love that. So let's look forward. So, Jay, we've got a few very exciting things moving forward. We've got a lot of nice momentum going now. So we're going from sort of, promotion to promotion, event to event. And it's fast, it's great, it's exciting, but it can be messy. It can be a bit of a tension point, but that is growth. That is momentum, right? So let's look forward. What's got you most fired up? What are you excited about for the next couple of weeks ahead?
We've got some big projects coming on, and being able to work with those people, I actually feel that it's just going to grow us inside the academy, everywhere else. Like, just all those new devils are all coming up for us as it's all starting. But it's really exciting, because it's unbelievable that it's what's actually happening. And I guess just being able to work with all these different people and, connecting with people on the other side of the world who, want to work with us. Like, it can be a little bit overwhelming at times and go,
That's very overwhelming.
Little old us. We're just a little trio, right? We just work well together. But what that has created is a fucking impact on so many people, on so many levels. And it's probably made me take a step back and going, whoa, this is big, but I'm here for it. And I think we've all done the same thing. So
you've got to check in. You've got to see how serious about how much do you really want this, right? And you've got to have that conversation with yourself, because, we just talked about Bronwyn's dream and how we're helping businesses make their dreams come reality and thrive. Like, we're taking care of the most precious thing and bringing that into our inner circle and saying, leave with us, we'll look after it for you.
Yeah.
And that's essentially, we're carrying people's hearts in our hands. And now we're being very, very blessed to have some sort of really pretty serious people, influential people, like Joseph McClendon III, for example. We're now working with him through the amazing connections through the Los Angeles Tribune. Like, now I've just been blessed to be able to serve and show up in this space, and I'm now looking after funnels and the whole campaign for the Make It Matters membership. Joseph McClendon and Malcolm Jamal Warner. I'm supporting that. Running the Facebook ads, building the funnels out, looking after the affiliate marketing side of things like that. And just this week, I was able to connect a couple of big players together. And there's even bigger things coming down the pipeline that I haven't really even shared with you both yet. It's like, it's just all of a sudden just when you think it can't get any bigger, it can't get any better, it's like God's just turned the tap on and he's just saying, you guys are ready for it. Here it is. You step up, step into it, your time to shine. And I just loved how the three of us have just gone, yep, we'll figure it out as we go, but let's do it. And it's exciting. It's nerve-wracking. It's like, hang on, what's actually going on? And it's like the pinch me moments, but then it's also, I feel like I've had to mature as a leader to be in that space, to grow in that space, to be ready for this conversation. 5 years ago, I was nowhere ready for this conversation. 3 years ago, nowhere ready for it. But just showing up and serving and just saying, how can I help? I needed to get rid of my ego. I needed to humble myself. I needed to build in my own skill set and build in my own character. I needed to step up and take ownership and not be attached to the result, but be attached to the mission I needed to serve from mission. I need to serve from purpose. I need to serve from heart. And then rising tides is raising all ships. And then, this is leadership, being able to be a blessing. And it really is to be able to partner with you guys and mentor you both in this same space. And then to be able to transfer that and do this together and rinse and repeat and do that in a duplication effect in the community. We now have these amazing conversations coming down the pipeline. And that is the power of living out your purpose-driven life. So, Dave, we've got a couple. We'll look at wrapping this up. We've got a couple of other big events coming down the pipeline. So, what have we got coming up next week?
From me, we've got the Australian Speakers Summit,
Marketing Summit,
next week. Marketing Summit. Sorry, sorry, change the name. Still got the old one in my brain. Look at too many documents. Obviously, we've got my masterclass coming up on Tuesday with prompting and stuff for the academy, and I'd have to have a bit more of a look, but I think that was most of them. You were going to, I think you had a masterclass booked in. I'm not sure if we're going to.
Yeah, we are. So that's going to be, so we've got the Australian Marketing Summit on the 21st. So we've got some pretty headline speakers. I've been able to really champion that and lead that project with the partnership with the Los Angeles Tribune. So Michael Silvers, myself, and Jane Slack-Smith, we're going to be hosting the first Australian Marketing Summit, sponsored by the Los Angeles Tribune. We've got Celine Egan, we've got Paul Dunn, we've got Simon Bowen, we've got Kylie Thompson, we've got Amanda McCloy, we've got Sally A. Curtis, Terry Adam Munns. We've got some really awesome speakers lined up for this. It's actually a free event. So it's going from the 21st of February from 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. on the Friday, Australian Sydney time. We've also got Dan Kennedy and Joseph McClendon III showing up. Like, that's pretty cool. So I get to play in that game, and I'm going to be hosting this with Michael and Jane. And make sure you come along and learn from some of the masters and some of the greats to be able to sit at the feet and just be a sponge. Because hey, if you want to learn marketing, like I know what I'm doing, I'll be there for sure. I'll have to be. I'm hosting it.
Well, that's exactly right. But we don't have to be, but we're going to be anyway. Well, I am.
So look, people pay tens of thousands of dollars for this type of content that's coming down the pipeline. And these people have just been, the amazing speakers have just been so generous with their time, talents, and treasures here, and just showing up and just saying, "Yep, we want to give back, we want to serve." Like, this is servant-hearted leadership at its finest, and I just love what the Los Angeles Tribune are giving a voice to the voiceless, and they're going global. They're not just a little old USA paper anymore. Like, they've got a global impact focus on it, and we get to play and be a part of that and helping make that happen. That's pretty all right, if you ask me. I just love the mission of that. And so we've also got our Laptop Lifestyle Dads AI Social Selling Masterclass. I'm titling it, You Had Me at Hello. Would you like to learn how to stop being the spammy Tammys and the direct pitch Peters and learn how to say, yes, please sign me up? So it's basically an event masterclass. Yeah, it is, but it's pretty catchy. I hosted this event for the masterclass at the Gold Coast for our Shopley event attendees. Absolutely loved it. Everybody wants to know more about it. So I'm going to rinse and repeat that. I'm going to improve on it, of course. But we're going to host that on Thursday the 20th. And we're going to give you guys 2 times to be able to choose from. So that's 10 a.m. Sydney time on Thursday the 20th. So 10:30 a.m., sorry. So correction. 10:30 a.m. Sydney time. So that'll be a 90-minute masterclass. Or you can come join us at 7 p.m. Sydney time as well. So that'll be Thursday the 20th. So there's some of the big events that we've got coming up. And then, yes, we've also got Dave's exclusive masterclass just for our inner circle with the Laptop Lifestyle Dads Academy students. And we're going to unpack, Dave, what are we going to unpack? We're going to unpack prompt engineering and some really basic stuff around helping our students learn how to master AI. Is that right?
Exactly right. Yep. We're going to talk to them where they're at, as opposed to, we'll probably do basic prompt engineering, giving them a bit of an overview, but I just want them to get the basic understanding of what they need to do to get the results that they want to get out of the LLMs. So, yeah.
Yeah. Look, our big focus with the Academy is it's all about empowerment and equipping you guys to learn the fundamentals. So you're no longer reliant on coaches or marketing courses or anything like that. So you've got the foundations, you've got the fundamentals to be able to help you to build a personal brand. And it starts with getting your message right. It starts with understanding who it is you serve and being, mastering your communication and learning how to do the preparation so you can do the presentation. And so this one's here about, helping you to master AI so you can present yourself in a better way. So really looking forward to that. Guys, that's probably a bit of a wrap for our panel. We've got a lot going on. I think we've covered a lot of bases here today. Have I missed anything?
No, I don't think
I can think of.
Like a deer in the headlights.
I mean, you haven't mentioned a few of the other projects that we're working on,
but that's okay.
which are all very exciting as well. But I don't think we need to share that just yet anyway.
No, we've got to keep something for the next panel.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
No. Well, guys, if you're watching the replay, those of you who have watched us live, thank you very much for joining us. We've tried something a little bit different here with StreamYard this time around. We'll continue to use StreamYard and spread out this message across the channels. So, yeah, make sure that if you've enjoyed this, leave us a comment below. Let us know what you're liking best about all this. If you've got any questions, more importantly, reach out, ask us questions. Yeah. We love to serve. We love to support you in that space. And, we look forward to seeing you in the next panel. We're going to run these every 2 weeks and just spend some time with you here as a collective. And basically the framework is let's look back, let's get present, let's look forward, let's do some community connection and Q&A stuff. So we're here to be able to support you in that space. So watch this space for the next panel. We've got some, make sure that if you haven't registered for the Australian Marketing Summit. I just put the link there below. Watch this space for the announcement for the next masterclass in the Laptop Lifestyle Dads community. And then following that, make sure that you watch this space for the next Teach Me with AI with Dave. And we'll announce for next month as well. So we've got a bit of a roster going here now. We're going to start moving from event to event. And, keep up with us or don't. It's your choice. But we would love for you to come along for the ride with us. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for your time.
Bye.